Meanwhile, constituency executives from both the NPP and NDC have expressed concerns about the limited space allocated for voter registration in 5 districts at the Electoral Commission's headquarters. They argue that the limited space cannot adequately accommodate applicants, especially considering the need to transport people from long distances to obtain their voter ID cards. Citi News' and Shelley Ziwu monitored the first day of the exercise in Accra and provides further details in this report.
The Electoral Commission on Tuesday, October 12, commenced the limited voters registration exercise, despite being the subject of an injunction application from the National Democratic Congress and 4 other political parties. The EC, in its statement, emphasized that this registration will be conducted across all 268 district offices. The NDC argued that the move was against the constitutional provision that stated that the exercise had to be conducted at the electoral area level. The party stated that this decision could disenfranchise numerous eligible voters, especially those residing in remote areas. The Supreme Court was expected to schedule a hearing for the application shortly after it was filed, but it ultimately chose the 17th of September to hear the case. At the head office of the Electoral Commission, 5 district registration centers were set up, namely Ayawaso North, Ayawaso East, Ayawaso Central, Ayawaso West, and Korle Klote. This did not sit well with some party executives who visited the center to monitor the exercise.
The truth is, one, what we are saying is that they were talking about the district level. Ayawaso North have their districts. Ayawaso East have their district, which is not this place. Ayawaso Central have their district. So I'm not against about the district level, but I'm against why they brought us from our district to another district.
Very, very slow process, because most of the people here, the youth, you can see them, don't have any means of identity. So eligibility criteria come with identity. It can be either passport, the Ghana card, or a guarantor. They don't have none. If you apply for a passport, it's a hell. You want Ghana card, it's a hell. So they are here on the guarantor system. So they are here with their families, their friends. But because the guarantor system too is another second stage, the initial stage and the second stage will be the guarantor system. The guarantor system is the reason why the system is very slow to some extent.
There were some conflict in some of the registration centers, as some persons were accused of busing minors to be registered.
The current assemblyman contesting for Malata has brought people, some kids from Accra High Senior High School, that his son or a friend's son attends the same school, and then they have organized them to come and register for in the name of Ayawaso Central. Meanwhile, Accra High also has their own constituency. So that's what is causing a problem right now.
Despite these controversies, the exercise on the first day recorded a huge turnout as some applicants spoke about the process to Citi News.
It has been smooth, actually. I didn't come early, so I'm behind. But
what time did you get here?
I got here around 8. Yeah, so that's why I'm behind. People came around 6 or in 5. I had 5, even 4 a.m.
The process, it's a little bit stressing because there are certain people who has already done it already, and they've joined the queue again, which is making the whole thing very stressful.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Federation of Disability Organization has expressed its unhappiness with the start of the exercise. The group had earlier called on the EC to have the registration done at polling stations and community levels to enable their members participate and not be disenfranchised. It has thus hinted alternative measures to press home their demands.
Our leadership is having some consultations and engagement with some institutions and individuals to advise on next steps or actions that we will have to take as a federation should EC decide not to do anything about our concern. And of course, as I said, there are so many ways to demand our right. We can decide to picket the EC office. That is one option. We can also decide to do demonstration. That is another option. And then finally, we can also decide to go to court because we still have that right as citizens and individuals with human rights.
Ghanaians who are yet to acquire their voter ID cards have converged at the Electoral Commission head office here at Accra to go through the process to get their cards. However, some party agents have complained about the space, which has been designated to 4 districts. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Shirley Sibu.